So, man, I'm really glad you went first.
Why?
Because this is funny. Y'all are funny. First of all, I apologize. That's going to be your biggest problem right there, that fool. He was my biggest problem. He was my biggest problem. But so my name is Marc Mendez, fellas. My shirt says tie to tie. I have a nonprofit that mentors young people, helping youth tie together life lessons. A little story about me. So I met Doc. I used to run a semi-pro football organization here myself. I used to coach in public schools as well. My kids fed Warren, so I'm big about Warren. I was at Jordan Middle School. I was at Zachary Middle School. So the same type of kids. I don't know if y'all are from that area. A lot of good kids in that area, a lot of talent in that area. So y'all are definitely in the right area of the city, in my opinion, because like I said, I coached those kids in middle school. So Alex, I met Alex. He played for my semi-pro. If you ever heard of Duville Tigers, we ran through the city for a good, 5-8 years, easy. Won 4 championships.
Started before Alex came.
Yeah, it definitely started before Alex came.
I was on the tail end of it.
Yeah, he was on the tail end, yeah. So we ran 6-man pretty heavy for a while. Then we went to 8-man, won championships at 8-man. And they asked me, I didn't want to do 11-man. It's a lot of money. But we ended up doing 11-man. We did all right, made the playoffs every year, but we didn't pull out any championships. We never had a quarterback. That was always our problem. Our defense was very, very good. And I was offensive coordinator, so it sucked because we never had a quarterback. Linemen, best thing I heard anybody say, those pads, even if you're not pushing the sled, punching, hand placement, all that stuff is the most important thing. I don't care how, if you ain't got no black kids, especially the way it sounds like, you better have some big fat Mexicans pushing some people around, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I just want to talk to you. You asked me to come and talk to you guys. I believe I know what it takes to build a culture. Duville, tattoo right here, a little flimsy, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get to the gym. But there's 13 grown men that had this tattoo. 13 grown men that had this tattoo. We built a brotherhood. We built something that was real. And I don't know if you know, but the hardest people to lead in this world are men. Yeah. Hardest people to lead in this world are men. We have a man problem in the world. We have a man problem in the world. So the reason I'm here to talk to you is because you guys are about to shape young men. All right? So there's some things I want to talk about with that and building the culture. And I'm proud of him for taking over an organization. I just see him up here and I'm in the back of the room and thinking about, oh man, it's like flashbacks, right? Y'all are all grown men. Remember that. Remember that. All right? You're all gonna have opinions. You're all gonna have ways of doing things. It sounds like you're blending. Our first year, we were the San Antonio Tigers when we started in 6-man, and we went 5-5. We were okay. We were average. Won a game, lost a game, won a game, lost a game. It wasn't until the next year when we found the name Duville Tigers, and I got to give Doc credit. Doc and Dalen Rowland. If you ever heard of Dalen Rowland. All right. R.I.P. Dalen. Dalen passed away a few years ago, but Doc and Dalen were at practice one day, and they crazy to imagine, but Doc was talking shit. Right? Doc was just bumping his gums, and Dalen was like, Doc was a cornerback, Dalen was a wide receiver, and they were going against each other, and they were just talking smack. And Dalen was like, bro, I'm about to do you so bad, I'm about to take you to Duville. So that's how the name was created. He's like, y'all remember David Robinson? He's like, I'm gonna take you to Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. It was kind of like a long that-eye thing. I don't know where Dalen came up with it, but he's like, I'm gonna take you to Duville. I'm gonna take you so bad. Well, we created the name Duville and never lost a game. We lost one game in 4 years after that, and only because my quarterback, his dad had a heart attack the night before a game, and our backup threw like 6 interceptions the next day. We ended up playing that team in the championship and beat them by I think it was like 35, 40 points. So that was the only game we ever lost once we created the Duville name, and it became something that we protected. So as I say all that to say is like, if you're gonna build something, it does take a culture, right? And it takes y'all all being on the same page to be able to do that. Your ego's gotta die a little bit. It really does. All right. And when I led an organization, and you're talking about y'all leading kids, I'm leading grown men, 18 and up. Right. That was my organization. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy for him. So think about the things that you're talking to him about, or you're coming to him about, if it's that big of a deal. And if it's that big of a deal, make sure that the number one thing it's a big deal is because it's about the kid. I'll be honest with you. He was telling me, I was like, I hate youth sports. I hate youth sport. I hate youth coaches for the most part. Why? Because it's about y'all. It's not. He said something about what did you call it? What kind of ball?
Daddy ball?
No, I know that's another story too. Bully ball, what was it? Bully ball? That's when you put like the biggest kid at running back, right?
Oh, you talking about the beast ball.
The beast ball. There you go. That's what I seen it. You put the biggest kid at running back, and can't nobody tackle him. But what is that kid? That kid looks like an offensive guard to me as a middle school and high school coach. I see guard. But he running back and youth? Why? Because y'all want to win. Is it about winning? Y'all want to know what my middle school record was as a coach?
What?
I don't know. I don't care. It was middle school football. I'm raising men. Men that call me coach to this day. I'm 44 years old. I got one kid I coached in middle school who's on my real estate. I do real estate now. For the past 6 years, I'm on to real estate team. He's on my real estate team. 21 years old. Making more money than I ever thought he could. He was moving trucks before I made him get his license. Calls me coach to this day. Right? I coached him in middle school. The kid had he went to Warren High School also. So just remember, guys, like if you're gonna build a culture, you gotta really decide to build a culture. And I believe in this guy. I've known him. I mean, he wasn't the best athlete when it got to me. He was already old and fat, a little not as this fat. But he could tell he was, he injured towards ACL. But you could just tell character in people and young men. And I just want to talk to you about that. So if we're going to talk about culture, I think purpose. What do y'all think? When you think of the word purpose, what do you think about?
What are you here for?
What are you here for? You got to have a reason, right? So I broke the word purpose down to different an acronym, purpose. So your presence. Your presence is more powerful than your plays. Listen, I don't care how good you are. I thought I was pretty good offensive coordinator. All right.
Yeah, you right.
I was about to say, listen, try to kick him out right now. All right, but at the end of the day, especially in middle school, man, like I said, we were playing at a high level when we were playing semi-pro. We were traveling, going to Houston, going to Austin, going to Laredo. That was a little different, right? Grown men. What I loved about it was the structure for grown men that weren't playing college ball that still needed structure. That need, football is structure. That's what we're teaching. That's what you should be teaching. That's what you should. I like the winning thing. But winning will come with all that stuff. I guarantee it may not be the first year. And it may not be the second. You talk about the parents. Parents will respect you more when they figure out what kind of program you're running. What your true culture is. Winning is fun. Trust me. Everybody wants to win. But real life ain't winning. Real life is work, sacrifice, dedication. There's going to be people better than your son in football and in real life. Real life is competitive, right? Like, you either better than the person or you not. And I would challenge you, I'll come talk to these parents too. Because let's think about it. The problem with daddy ball is their daddy thinks their daddy's trying to relive. Trust me, I seen it in middle school too. So why does my son only play one play? Because he's not good. How do you tell a parent that? Because he's not good. It's not about being blunt, but listen, I'm gonna be honest. But how they see you treat their son,
reflects
all the time, whether they suck or they don't, will allow you to talk to them and keep it real with them. I promise you that. So when I talk about your presence is more powerful than your plays, be present mentally and emotionally. Show up consistently, not just for the game, but for the growth and the young people that are in front of you. Your time, attention, and attitude will leave you lasting impressions. I give you credit, because when I ran a semi-pro organization, trust me, I lost a lot of money running that pro. I lost a house. I was paying for stadiums. We had to host 5 home games a season. I rented out Wheatley Stadium. That was $2,000 a game for 30 people to show up in the dang stands at $10 a person. Yeah, that ain't mathing. That's girl math for sure, right? So, but it was just, I love to do it. I miss coaching. I love providing a place for young men, grown men. I mean, we had 18-year-olds, we had 45-year-olds. It was crazy. But that's how much this game means to people. This game taught me, I'm a Columbia product. I played at Columbia, played at John Jay, played at Hardin Simmons and Abilene College. I've won everywhere I've been, right? Culture, coaches. You guys, I give you credit because you're not getting paid for this. At least I got paid in high school and middle school. But, I mean, I give you credit for that. But don't do it for you. Don't do it for you. If you're doing it for you, you're doing it for the wrong reason, I promise you. Then that's why most coaches, and I believe you got a leader here that will be able to incorporate that. And it sounds like, just from sitting in the back of the table, that all y'all have the right intention. You just got to make sure you keep that intention consistent, all right? Understanding, before you teach a skill, take the time to understand the soul. I don't know if you're going to know these kids. Some of them may be your kids, some of them may not be your kids. Man, some of these kids, you don't know what they're going through. When I say we have men problem in the world, the men ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Y'all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Just in general. I'm probably not talking to y'all because y'all out here volunteering your time. But you all may know a friend, a brother, a cousin, or uncle that don't take care of the kid, ain't there, ain't doing, you don't know what this kid's coming from. I always had the famous saying, you never know what somebody's going through. All right? I talk to everybody. I try to smile at everybody. I say what's up to everybody. People sometimes get annoyed about it, but it's like, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know if this kid's only outlet is his practice. And this kid may suck and he may be the worst thing, but he got a team. He gets to be around his friends. He gets to be around positive male role models that he doesn't have at home. And you over here chewing them out. Listen, I chewed out plenty of kids before, plenty of men, but why? They knew I cared about them first and foremost. Build a relationship. When you talk about cussing, boys, I think Coach Penny used to be like, put that dick in the dirt. Put that dick in the dirt. Look, see? I don't even know this guy. He said the exact same thing because, you know, Coach Penny used to be, put his dick in the dirt. I remember that. I don't remember the plays. But Coach Penny cared about me. Coach Penny let me run my semi-pro there for summers at a time. Long-lasting relationships, Coach Penny. That's what you're building. That's what you have to build. It's about the kid. It ain't about you. And the more he shows that he knows you got his back no matter what, even if he misses a tackle, he misses a block, yeah, you're going to hold him accountable because that's what you do. That's your job, is to hold them accountable, because why? Life's going to hold them accountable for the choices that they make. That's how real life works. And that's what we're teaching and we're building here, all right? We got presence, understanding, we got responsibility. Coaching is a calling, not a clipboard job. Y'all know that, man. Y'all volunteering, y'all know that. If you're here, nobody's getting paid. I mean, I don't care how much shirts he gives you. I'm glad some of y'all getting more than one shirt. That's good, because it's hot out there. You come in with the same shirt and stinking and stuff. It's not a clipboard job. We're responsible not only for wins and losses, but the character and the culture. All right? That young man asked if we're going to have a meeting multiple times. I'm not part of the organization as far as I know. He wants to coach O-line. I'm not coaching O-line. Time for that. But I would suggest, you know, at least once a month have a meeting, like you said, maybe with the coaches, because the more you stay on the same page with each other, and like you said, open communication, you know, keep that. Be real. But like I said, when you're going to come challenge something, make sure it's not about your ego. Make sure it's about something that's not going well for the kids. All right, that's what I'll challenge you to do. Patience. Progress takes time. So does purpose. Every player develops at a different pace. Some won't get it the first week or even the first season. Be patient with their journey. Remember, you're coaching people, not athletes. All right. Guys, we're not in the NFL. I promise you. These kids, 95% of them won't even go play college football. 95%. Realize that. Understand that. But 99% of them are going to go out into in that world. What are you going to leave them with to help them be good citizens, good people, good brothers, good fathers? That's what you need to remember your job is. Football is just a tool. Football is just an avenue to teach all those things. Because 95% of people, I tell my real estate agents, 87% of realtors don't make it to their second year. He's 87%. Because they won't do what it takes. I'm in my 6th year now. I run my own team now. I do what it takes. Even my agents now, these kids, some of them ain't gonna do what it takes to get on that field, and you know it. But if you can teach them the things that it takes to be good on the football field in life, they'll remember it, I promise you. When I was a teacher, and every Thanksgiving, we would, like the ELA teachers would make them write who they're thankful for, what they're thankful for. My box would be full, right? And you know, I get my athletes, my boys and stuff like that. I'm used to that. It'd be that one little goth chick, all black, sits in the back corner, doesn't say nothing the whole school year. And she writes you a letter talking about the lessons that you're teaching in class. And trust me, I got in trouble for not teaching the actual history lesson. It was more life lessons I was worried about. I appreciate that. It's helped me at home. It's helped me have more confidence in myself. That's when you get that stuff, that's when you know you're making an actual impact. Opportunity, every moment is a moment to make a difference. All right, so think about that before you're about to cuss at a kid. All right, I'm all right on cussing. I mean, my O-linemen, because I'm an O-line coach, you know, we talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? We have the talk, you know, especially when I'm telling them to use their hips. Just understand that every moment, it's a tough game. A teaching moment, a kid is acting out, it's an opportunity for you to connect with them. All right? Kids don't act out for no reason. There's a reason. If you care enough to find out why, that's what I would challenge you to do. Selfishness. This is a big one. Check this out. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about who you're shaping. Lay down the ego. Your purpose as a coach isn't to be a star, it's to raise stars. Give even when it's inconvenient. Invest when invest even when it goes unseen. This is my problem with youth sports, man. Everybody worry about winning. Like I said, I don't know my middle school. My semi-pro record, pretty good. I should probably be in the local Hall of Fame or something. Ran a pretty damn good organization for a long time. And I shaped a lot of men's lives, and I'm proud of that. Best men at some weddings, been a lot of good young men. Father's Day always reminds me of all the good men. I don't have any kids, but I've raised a lot of men. So I feel like I got a lot of kids. And if that's what you do it for, that's when you'll get a lot back, way more back, and the culture will be established, and you'll have just a machine that can really roll from a program. You're trying to build a program. You're not trying to have a season. All right. Encouragement, the words you speak can echo for a lifetime. In a young person's head, speak life, believe in them, be the coach that remember not just for the game, but how you made them feel. And then lastly, you don't just coach a sport, fellas. You coach identity, resilience, and dreams. And sometimes even broken hearts. This season, don't just focus on the scoreboard, focus on the purpose behind your platform. So I will leave you with that, man. You're building something brand new. A new start is fresh and it's good, and it's always rocky at times. But if you stay the course, you work with each other, communicate with each other like men, you can have something. And I'll be excited to find out, what y'all do this year. And in the coming years, I live in the Warren neighborhood. I'm a big supporter of that. So I appreciate y'all's time. If y'all have any questions for me, I'll take those. If not, good luck.
Appreciate it, Mark.
Good luck. Look, man. Good luck with that, man.
What?
This guy, bro. No, I miss you. I miss you.
All right, guys. Any questions? practicing more than 2 times a week?
2 times. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's why we're doing it again. That way, so the parents get in the habit of practicing 3 times a week.